Rock, Ivy, Cudgel, something we don't use enough, but today we're gonna change that. We're gonna change history. Ogrepon's son. I used some version of this prior, excuse me, when they just came out, so I'm gonna revisit that. Let's get a bro is ultra weak to special. You know what slept on, man? Motherfucking facade guy score. That thing is no joke. I'm telling you. If you're not careful out in these streets, you will be got. Tusk is also a bitch. I mean, just straight up. Shout out to Travis Scott. He also has no water switching, man. Just a lot of wonderful things. Though Tusk, I mean, Treads versus a little, what were these? Endgame. What's my Gambit? Terrifier, Leftovers. Gambit's sexy as fuck too. So many options here. But when I click my Walking Wakes, Hydra Steam, bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit. Alright. Anyway, let's get this party started. Cause I'm measuring, okay, what's the worst case? It's the Steel Beam variant. My worst case seems to be Gren. Gren and Treads are too big of issues. Whereas right here it forces him to mindlessly rocks in exchange for the Treads, which is what he does. Chanyu is what he would do. I could have scored, but score gave him damage and and now this forces in an Amorous and was an Amorous or a Dragapult. And if you look at my team structure, that's not a bad thing if I force a Draco, you know. Gambit cannot be switched into Katao, well, I guess his Gambit, right? But I also get to see, okay, what does this guy have installed for me? You know, what does he have behind the curtains? And frankly, and I really could just stay in here and Hydra Steam. If he Draco Meteors, the issue is as just that it doesn't get me any mileage. It's a decent probability just based on where he is on the ladder, he's gonna Flamethrower. But he doesn't know for sure, so Dragon Dance. So this must be like some Terra fighting thing, I'm guessing. Cause this doesn't make any sense. I'm debating whether or not Terra this, it would help. Right, Gliscor needs the, see, Dragon Dance, that's super strange. Torkoal can take any one hit. If I was Terrafire, I mean, why would you Dragon Dance? I don't get this. It could just be bad, it's hard to say. So let's say it is Terra fighting, that's gonna be an issue. I've seen that once, like fucking months ago, but it's in my memory. So I'm like, okay, if that's the case, then how would I revenge kill this? I'd have to use Torkoal. Give up my son. Am I willing to give up my entire Gambit versus giving up what? Ogrepon. Gambit more important. Terrifier. Okay. I actually didn't even die. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. Katawing again, but there's more so because now he's terrified I can rapid spin. When I know he wouldn't stand, but or I knew he'd either Sucker Punch or Dragon Dance, but it's a principle, you know. As now I can spin on both Tusk and Cole. Now that he's committed to Terra, life is blessed. The Sucker Punch matters in kowtowing on my Torkoal, which would 2-hit KO me. Versus getting up Sun, spinning, and knocking out Pult with rocks. He's probably heavy duty boots Pult. He didn't have an item. But now that he's committed his Terra, once my Gliscor Terra waters, it's a schnack of rap. So what we're gonna do is just Iron Head straight up. He Iron Heads, I wouldn't have Iron Headed that turn. And this allows for me now to Rapid Spino. With the Sun up the Greninja is a nonsensical Pokemon. Yeah, Moth comes in, speed boost. I do have sturdy Ogrepon, which is blessed. Because here, let's say he's Sub would be the worst case. He is Terra. If he does sub, actually it might not be worth. Might be worth hard switching out here. If he subs, and this is one of those things similar to last live where it's like, I could get a lot out of this turn or get next to nothing. So we're gonna walking wake straight up. The reason is because we got to cover for a sub option, right? And so what the beauty of this flip turn should break the sub. If not, then this was a bad play. Did not break the sub. That was stupid, actually. That was actually a very dumb play on my end. That was actually really dumb. Because now I give him the opportunity to boost. That was actually super dumb. Like, why the fuck? I got greedy there. I could still knock him out and stuff, but I got greedy there. He didn't get the boost, which is unfortunate for him, but I got greedy. I shouldn't even rank score here, but I got greedy there. I should have just knocked him out. I'm thinking flip turn, but it's the on boosted flip turn in the sun. Like, that's probably not doing shit. I'm annoyed because I lost a lot of value. Then glide score is a big issue, but principle, I'm big on principle. So we're staring down an Amorous. Really don't even know what the fuck to expect from this. If it's C, I have Ogrepon. If it's Calm Mind, if it is sub, and I can just sack my walking wake. I can facade first, sack walking wake, come back and glide score later. Because what's gonna end up happening is Great Tusk. So let me see, facade. Yeah, we don't want to take any damage because we want the Ogrepon. Ogrepon's cudgeling, forces in Gambit. I could have played this better. I'm glad to know that he's Calm Mind, which means that my glide score just SDs and claps. So I'd honestly just force in Greninja, so he sacks Dragapult as he should. Dragapult wasn't even in Rock's range. Dragapult was at 19%. Oh yeah, Katal didn't bring him down to 1. I don't know why I remember 1%. But I'm really displeased with especially if I can't head calc it. It's like sun boosted, with this kill maybe. But you head calc it there. We don't want to give up our sturdy under any circumstance here. Dark Pulse. Okay. Dark Pulse did nothing. Is there a point in Swords Dancing? There is. Because I'll get a lot more value in the long run. The Gambit can't set up. Because the Gambit it can't be my... I need to have 3 Pokemon. So now we Facade here. Fortunately it didn't break. And now I'm outside of range of Enamorous and Gambit. Actually, I'm not outside of range of Gambit. If he goes Gambit, I'm fine. Right, goes Enamorous, and this forces me to, allows me to Facade straight up. Him subbing there seals the deal. Because now I don't have to even protect on the Gambit. Gambit comes in, I'm outside of Sucker Punch range. I don't have any defense, so I have to be careful. Yeah, Calm Mind is the best play there, because you want to bank on me choking. So, as I said, the glide score had, very high win rate, or had a win. I knew it was going to destroy his team based on team matchup, and just like looking at the structure of it. But I do not like making reckless decisions. And then like when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, why the fuck would I even save the walking wake? Trying to be greedy, trying to have all of it. If I break this up, but so fortunately didn't get a ton of boosts, which let my glide score be higher, but I should have just straight up attacked. All we needed was the Ogrepon to be in, so I can revenge kill him, and we'd have kept Torkoal with the sun, which could have helped with a Great Tusk attack boost, 1 rapid spin, and the game's over. So yeah, but another game where glide score Terra Watered can do some things, but more so Walking Wake. Walking Wake loves these kinds of matchups. Walking Wake just Hydro Steam. It's almost 2,000, so let's see if this guy, I'll see what his counterplay is. I assume there is some. Ogrepon by itself is also really problematic. Keeping that sturdy. Spikes doesn't matter as much. Great Tusk is phenomenal. I haven't seen a lot of Sash Shamrocks as of late. This is a little interesting that Clef is the initial. I didn't even structure out a game plan. What am I planning to win this? One thing I do want to be mindful of, just based on the nature of my team, I'm just noticing, is that the zamazenta with Iron Defense could destroy me. So just realize how physically oriented my team is. Just probably staying into rocks here, but that's a waste of Nox. Okay, that's good to know. Yawn into Walking Wake, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm getting rid of the hazards there. Is wise. So he loses a mon here. It's really gonna. Okay, I forced a Terra, which is good. So it's max speed F, Terra, Water, Skeledirge. So I have to really double down on it's probably a 2 KO in some cases. So slack off spamming, which is fine. Right. So he has no spin blocker anymore. Here you take the opportunity to go hard dose, but I'm gonna lose my speed boost. What I'm trying to do is force it, and I'll risk the you know what. Is that worth it on my Tusk? I want to force in his let's say he does get the you know what. Because again, what it made me realize is how weak to Zamazenta I am. Like I truly have no counterplay to that if it gets in. I'm glad I realized this, because now I know, okay, well, Terra, Water, Max Speed Skeledirge is just counterplay. If he doesn't get the you know what, I'm in a decent spot. He doesn't get the you know what, and that's Hydra steamable. I don't think Zapdos has a status that Gliscor can't come in on. Okay, that's a wise roost. And so this is where things get interesting, because let me think. So I don't know what his counterplay to this would be. It's definitely not unaware Clef. Clef would likely rear his ugly head here. He doesn't know if I'm a toxic variant, which would imply Gliscor and Clef. If Gliscor comes in, he loses him on that Swords Dance on his, it goes Clef. Which again, I don't think is unaware, but it could be. It could be dual unaware. If not the case, then he has to give up Clef, which opens things up a bit. So it's not unaware. Yeah, Dirge. Clef took the damage. See what this Dirge is. This is moveset is Torch Song. What we're gonna do is get this little chip of earthquake damage off. So Torch Song is irrelevant. I need a little bit of earthquake damage off. Because we could have Shadow Ball Hex will always get a little bit of earthquake damage off. Because what's gonna end up happening is he's going to either go a hard Clefable to scout for the Draco Meteor, or he's gonna go for the and so this allows him to flip turn. Oh fuck, I don't know why he went hard Zamazenta, but that's fucking amazing. I'm so glad to see that, because I can get rid of his defense boost. If this is it's not lefty, so it might be AV, which is super great to see, because that means my Gliscor has a lot more weight. So I can yawn this turn. If he subs Okay, CC's. Oh my god. I so wish I went for Lava Plume there. So wish I went for Lava Plume there, but it is what it is. So he's offensive, which is great. That is great. My Great Tusk is looking fucking phenomenal. Really happy to see that. So now he's in a predicament because if I Walking Wake, I double yawn here, and now I wake. He could yeah. And now this is where things get interesting, because if I Terra Water, Dirge gets 2 KO'd. But he ended up slacking off back to full. Oh, my fucking, I didn't time the sun right. That's okay though. It's okay. Didn't time the sun right, which isn't ideal. He's in a predicament versus this motherfucker right here. So I spike on the Zenta switch. The Zenta is boots, okay. And so now it's gonna get interesting. Unless he has Ice Fang or something like that. If that's the case, he says CC. I mean, Y score is super common, like so. But I want to Terra this though. But Terra Water, I murk his entire team with my Walking Wake. If I time it right. Let's see if he has it. Okay, so it goes Clef. Allows us to a hard wake so I can get a kill here. Because he's gonna rocks. I mean, he could Moonblast. He's max defense. Actually, is this better? I could hard switch to Gambit. Starfire Gambit is dangerous too. Like, I have so many options. And I'm trying to win this game as fast as possible, which is where I'm leaving opening. So I want to be careful of that. If I yawn here as he rocks, you definitely wouldn't Moonblast or knock. But even if he were to Moonblast, okay, Moonlights. Because the Skeldurge is at 99%, which is big. I do think I one-shot the Clef. I'm not 100 on this. Terra Water plus special attack specs, no, seems to be Fizz Def. So he gives up score because he knows that fucking Terra Water is coming. He knows that Terra Water is coming. The issue is that I don't think I die to Zenta's CC. So if I get rid of Zenta, I open up my Gambit a lot. So let's find out. There's no way I die to a fucking Zamazenta's close combat. Zamazenta, OU boost 4 attacks, Walking Wake, choice specs, CC 58, no way. Shit does nothing to me. Goodbye. Alright, that fucking shit was an issue. So now all I have to do is reposition Walking Wake at the right time. The Samurai's coming in, bro definitely has the sucker, but we don't even need to worry about that. We just go hard Tusk. Nothing to consider. He has to sucker. The Walking Wake is too much of a problem. So this allows for his Zapdos to come in, which is blessed for me because I can, because now Ivy Cudgel can't be guarded against as well. So I can just go to, is that necessary? I'll just attack this actually because he's not switching. Because I know he's not going to expect me to have CC. He's going to forfeit here. What I'll do is sack Torkoal here. And Ivy Cudgel. We Walking Wake to keep it interesting. Since Walking Wake's my nigga. I like seeing bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the body. Destruction. Evaporation. Evisceration. Walking Wake is inevitable. And so I'm curious how much this does. Sheesh. Torch Songs, which seals the deal because I just come in and cudgel. I want to cudgel. Yeah, why not cudgel? It's gonna kill. But yeah, that's gonna be our life for today. I'm curious how much this does. I've never seen Max dose, take this. Oh, it's 100% good. God almighty cudgeler. But yeah, gonna leave this at a 20-minute quick showdown live. Hopefully that was jam-packed with action, pun intended. But yeah, I gotta record quite a bit today, so we're gonna get that in for today. Love y'all, hit the like button, and I'll see you the next one. Peace.